Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Vanguard and today we'll be going through the latest trailer of Kingdom Hearts 3 that was shown at E3 of today at Microsoft. I'm sure all of us have been very closely awaiting for more content to come, and the footage that we got at E3 was incredible. There's just so much to discuss, so much hype to take in, and I really can't wait for more to come. As a fan right now, I couldn't be happier. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So right off the bat we are greeted with a new quote. This time around it says, "The light is gathering together, hearts driven by one oath, one purpose." This may be a continuation or at least a part of the "don't assume your dream is just a fantasy" quote, as it is presented in the same fashion. Many people I know believe that this was a part of the quote that would be found in the Kingdom Hearts 3 introduction opening, much like what we got in number 1 and 2. I believe the expression this time around is referring to the final battle of the Keyblade War on the side of the Guardians of Light coming together. The word oath refers to Hikaru Utada's soundtrack that will be played in the opening, as well as the promised battle that will take place due to fate, I'm assuming. We are firstly introduced to the world none other than Frozen in our very first scene, where Sora slashes through a soldier Heartless with his newly acquired ice-themed Keyblade that you will probably attain in this world. In multiple instances in this trailer we get examples of how the characters look, and I must say Square have made huge improvements in comparison to E3 of 2015, with the lighting and character models looking superb. I enjoyed the little comedic moment where Sora mentions he's an islander, a nice and accurate portrayal of who he really is, and I'd also like to add that this is the very first trailer that is fully voiced in English, besides the one that was shown behind closed doors yesterday at the orchestra event. We get a good look from a surprising familiar scene from the movie near the beginning, where Elsa makes her great escape. If you watch the full movie scene again, they've actually recreated her escape fairly accurately, just slightly different from the perspective of Sora, and it looks wonderful. Really impressed because this doesn't seem like a pre-rendered cutscene. We cut over to a new setting where Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, Sven, Sora, Donald and Goofy are all in one place, probably in search for Elsa. This seems to be their first interaction in the game, after probably getting separated with Elsa. Sora will probably aid in their journey to fight against Heartlesses and snow creatures of the world. I find it amusing that Sora's main companions are literally a walking dog and duck, but he's quite shocked to see the presence of a talking snowman. I must say the new Disney character models and maps look great. Maybe not as close of a copy as with the Toy Story world, however I would say Frozen looks to be one of the best looking worlds in general. Now for the gameplay. Soundtrack that was played in the first half was wonderful and magical to listen to, and I believe it's the newly composed OST by Yoko Shimomura. We have a new Frozen themed command menu of course, as well as the appearance of Marshmallow, an ice monster created by Elsa to act as a bodyguard. And you can also interact with some of the pine tree surroundings that can be used in combat, as we can see here like a slingshot, probably temporarily stunning and dealing damage to enemies. You can also see the command options changes to a single control, which may indicate that there are other options with other objects later on. This enemy in particular might act as an ongoing boss in the world, defeating him only temporarily, getting stronger and stronger the closer you get to the castle, since Elsa could just recreate him if he dies. I'd also like to add that there's no party member additions that we can see, however it could either be something they're working on, or they may have shown off a particular time period where the other characters aren't with Sora. It would be slightly disappointing if they didn't give us someone to fight with in this world, but I can live without it. A new drive form known as Blizzard Blades is presented to us in an icy lake. It seems like it will be a speed form as you're able to deal fast ice damage, as well as being able to navigate like Wisdom form in a smooth and quick manner. We also see new snow-themed reindeer Heartlesses, bats and a muscular looking monster. I don't really know what to call these, but it's uplifting to see a lot of new variety. In the next scene, a new gameplay segment that we haven't seen previously was added called Goofy Curling, probably exclusive to the Frozen world. It was kind of reminiscent to me with the Tarzan tree riding mechanic that you could briefly play with when travelling to different areas of the jungle. It seems like a simple, straightforward but fast way of travelling while you dodge attacks from the dragon Heartlesses. This eliminates the problem that I was a little worried with, where as good as the world may look, there might be a lot of empty place like in The Lion King from Kingdom Hearts 2. The only main areas I recall from the movie personally were Elsa's and Arendael's castle, the small trader's hut that we saw in between, and the Valley of Rocks. I could see somewhat why having another 2 party members may be a problem in this particular moment, as Goofy's shield seems to only be able to fit 3 people, but they could work on this by incorporating the sleigh that was in the film. There's a new summon that was shown for Simba from The Lion King, and I have to admit it looks very pretty. I love the unique flame spirit design. It is known as King's Flare and you will have 2 options, one called Fiery Roar and the other Fiery Leap. Furthermore, we have another example of Splash Run, an attraction flow shown in Monster Inc., a Wreck-It Ralph summon in Toy Story, a new traversal option with Rapunzel's hair entangled, with Donald doing something questionable in the background. More exploration and twin yo-yo drive form gameplay with its unique shock lock in Monster Inc. One interesting thing worth noting here is that there was seemingly a quick time event, but the trailer cuts to moments after, so we don't get to see its name. However, the command does change from attack to slide shot after entering this metal arc structure. The gameplay changes to slow motion, as the player takes aim at a metal structure target directly ahead. Not really sure what to make of this. Gummy ships finally get their reveal and the space environments look amazing. There's a lot of new looking enemies and features, however it's still familiar when compared to Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't really have much to say in regards to the Gummy ships, other than I'm happy to see it return after many years. Now we get to the theme song section of the trailer, which for some reason felt slightly odd to listen to at the beginning. The soundtrack, voice acting and cutscene didn't really flow as well as I would have liked, but it did get better towards the end. There's a short scene between Sora and Elsa, which is likely to take place a short period of time after the beginning of the trailer. She'll probably abandon the main cast afterwards when her powers get out of hand, but I can see some attempt from Sora to persuade her against doing so. We get short cutscenes of Hercules defending against the destruction of the Colosseum, as it presumably occurs during Sora's arrival. A moment in Toy Story where Sora defends against the Toy Heartlesses, the destruction of Monster Inc.'s environment by Dream Eaters, and the Kingdom dance scene from Tangled, when Rapunzel arrives at the kingdom for the very first time, sticking closely to the original. There's another display of Ansem, Xemnas and Sora's confrontation cutscene, where the situation further hints towards Roxas's eventual arrival, and there's a little reference to Kingdom Hearts 2 with Data Twilight Town, which raises a possible clue on how Roxas may come back. In the Orchestra trailer yesterday, Ienzo was discussing to Sora about Data Ansem the Wise Hat to bring back Roxas, so we may very well return to the Data world somehow to reawaken him. A channel by the name of HMK also came up with this idea and has made a very nice video on this theory. Links will be down below. We have a slight update to Xemnas' lighting and look, which is probably the best we have seen him yet. Larxene also makes her return as one of the Seekers of Darkness. Her tawny manner seems to still be intact as she mocks Elsa's situation. The same voice actor from Chain of Memories will be voicing her, as she has confirmed in the past, and she has done a great job in capturing Larxene's character from all those years ago. It'll be interesting to see just who exactly will she face off against in the final war, maybe Axel or Kairi. This also shows us that the Organization 13 members will be appearing throughout the game, much like in Kingdom Hearts 2, acting as the expected main source of trouble in each world. According to multiple sources yesterday at the Orchestra event, Xigbar made an appearance in Olympus Coliseum, which gives further evidence to this point. The castle, by the way, looks beautiful. And finally, we get this.
Is that?
Mickey, you're too late.
For me, this was by far the biggest highlight of the trailer, because this asks many questions. Is Aqua part of the Seeker of Darkness now? She has traits of Xehanort with darker clothing, yellow eyes and whiter hair. Or is this the effects of the Realm of Darkness finally corroding her heart? Or maybe this is an illusion created by Xehanort, or by the Realm of Darkness itself. Is this even the real Aqua? What's with the new Kingdom Keyblade? Is this why Riku's Keyblade is broken? We really don't have much to go off of. However, we can see both Riku, who's nearly in the background, possibly with an injured arm, as well as Mickey, in some sort of dark portal. She says to Mickey he's too late, almost sounding bitter in the position she's in right now. Or, this could be Xehanort himself, speaking in Aqua's body. But if this scene is truly what it seems and not a fake, I actually welcome this new direction the story is heading, despite the sadness of this moment. I felt as if the story of 0.2 and the rescue mission in Kingdom Hearts 3 seemed far too easy for my taste. In 0.2 we got a character that really could have had it worse, still finding strong, setting up for a fairy tale rescue in KH3. I felt that 0.2 at the time offered nothing of value and impact other than a preview of how Kingdom Hearts 3 will play. But now, it seems the game has created a false sense of security, as she does indeed fall from grace. This may have been a part of what Tetsuya Nomura means by having an ending that is difficult to accept, having our main characters potentially putting an end to people that we love. 0.2 at this point may have made this game much more tragic, especially with the addition of her history in Birth by Sleep. And the secret ending blank points took place after KH2, where she was still perfectly fine. So Riku and Mickey only by just missed their opportunity to save their friend. So what about Ven, you may ask? It could be possible that Sora may be able to find him through some miracle, due to his special connection, but I wouldn't be so sure. Currently it's looking like we'll have Mickey, Sora, Riku, Kairi, Lee and Roxas, which only gives us 6. I thought it was strange that Roxas was coming back all of a sudden, but now it's understandable given Aqua's situation. And hell, maybe even Shion might return alongside with Roxas because of plot. But if they truly don't return Ven because of Aqua, I could see that happening because it has been confirmed that Kingdom Hearts Union Key won't conclude when Kingdom Hearts 3 finishes. So Ventus will probably have a bigger role in the future than we think, but just maybe not in the fall of Xehanort. The trailer finishes with the release date January 29, 2019. If you didn't know, this was announced yesterday at the Orchestra event, and understandably, it disappointed a lot of people. However, I was oddly satisfied somewhere deep down after watching everyone's analysis and feedback from the Kingdom Hearts premiere event, which are what some people blame for the cause of the delay. While they raised attention to quite a few issues, they were all fairly minor. However, together they create quite a strong presence, the main problem being the floaty combat. I thought they wouldn't have been able to fully fix these problems on time, and I was really worried. I just want this to be the best experience possible after waiting so many years. As concerning as delays may be, I'll be choosing to hope for the best out of this situation, as blindly optimistic as I may sound. This was an insane trailer, and I'll probably be releasing another video on this particular topic, re-examining Aqua's future, because that deserves its video alone. I can't wait for more to come at E3, for more to discuss and the overall story. But that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed, please have a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.